Hey, my new YouTube family. Listen, I started in this platform, right? Start making a little bit of money. Things would start moving pretty quickly. It was kind of some skepticism at first, It wasn't as what I thought it was, and it turned out to be a whole lot better. Anyway, long story short, I want to introduce you guys to somebody. We know him on TikTok as Coach Millionaire Al, and most of the people in the regular day life, the day-to-day life, know him as probably Pastor Brown, Al Brown. But I'm gonna introduce him as a mentor because that's what he became to me. I read a couple of his books and things changed. But without further ado, hey coach, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Divine? Glad we can have this time to sit down and chop it up. Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, I'm gonna call you mentor throughout the process. And excuse me, I told the people who you are, and they kind of get a better sense of who you are from some of the things that we're gonna discuss today. One of them is as Pastor Al, I'll start there because I know you a little bit more than they do. And I know that this resale circle was like God ordained. Kind of introduce the platform a little bit of what it is and how you got the vision for it.
Well, what Resell Circle is a profit sharing community. Everyone who comes in, there's an opportunity to profit share in multiple activities. Rather, if it's you have your own digital products or you just want to promote digital products, you can come in this community and have an opportunity to build residual or passive income. It's a way to monetize, and currently, right now, you can monetize up to 7 ways. We have some additional ways coming and a couple of other ways. But right now, a lot of the key points of the money making is done through 7 different ways. So you come on, you sign on, there's a way to fit in and an opportunity to grow in income as well as within the community.
Good, good. Listen, one of the things that I did mention briefly was your author. And I spoke about a book that I read. And last time I asked you, I think you told me you wrote over 22 books at that time that I asked. And I've watched you in the last 90 plus days. I think we've been rocking with the resale circle for about 95, 96 days. I'm not completely sure, but in that ballpark. The point is, I seen you make author about maybe five or six, all of them helping the platform, but there was one in particular I'd like you to mention and talk about a little bit. And that one is how to quit your 9 to 5 in 90 days that inspired thousands of people thus far. What mindset shifts are necessary for someone to truly make that type of a transition?
Well, it 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 depends on who the individual is and their frame of thinking and what they can do. Some de- depending on different belief systems will try to wean themselves off of what the world calls, what the world has as a security, which we call a 9 to 5. You have to have a mindset to know that there are other ways to make money and then position yourself to get that. And it all starts with what one of my first millionaire mentors taught me was leverage. Okay. That means taking yourself out of the position where you're always making the money and then build on a system that is making the money for you. And that's the only way that you could do something like that as far as making the transition and then set yourself up to quit your 9 to 5 so that you're not looking for another 9 to 5 or depending on a 9 to 5, but you've built a system that is generating possibly passive, but more what you want is residual income. So could it be done? Yeah, it absolutely could be done. But like I said, different people may take a different approach on how they get it done. Me personally, I jumped out the window. Once I had all of the information that I needed, and this is back in 2002, as well as the faith that requires, you to jump out and just believe you can do just something different than what the system tells you to do. It takes a lot of courage to get it done, but it can be done. And if you have your eye on faith and have somebody give you the right information, then you could actually shift and dump 9 to 5s and build systems that actually generate income for you through a system.
Well, like what they say in church when you agree, amen. And the reason why I can amen is because I've been reading the book, and prior to the book being even written, I've been a part of the system, and I know. So that takes me into something else. I kind of look back at my own self prior to reading another one of your books, is to become a millionaire by the age of 50. Inside that book, I started hearing and learning a lot about leverage and how leverage works. and also the mentorship. And that's where, I adopted the whole submission to finding a mentor and being able to receive from them. The thing about it is, I made the money before in what we call in the area that I was growing up is hustle. And so I'm learning that I've changed that whole hustle mentality, not so as far as taking myself out of that characteristic, but learning that is a system is what was going on. So the old hustle system, which could have possibly been illegal or doing things fast or fast money, now I'm realizing that it's systems that's being built. Can you expound on that a little?
Well, I know the term hustle and hustling. I did a series back in 2001, started it. It was called the Legal Hustling series. I just want to say that, as far as hustle, hustle is just a word that technically means to do something fast. Okay. So the real science behind it and what you're doing is, again, are you leveraging your time and hustling on something that's not going to reward you? Or are you building a system and hustling within that system so you can slowly wean yourself off of you having to make the money versus whatever you're putting together make the money? There's a lot of examples in the world that could actually get you money through a system, particularly one that we all know is like real estate, buying a piece of property or gaining properties
Exactly.
where other people pay it off the property. It's a great form of leverage. Plus, somebody's paying down a debt if you took a loan, and then there's some cash flow after the fact. Nowadays, we have the internet, which provides, a lot of ways digitally to leverage on major scales, just by a few activities you can do. But hustling is relative, it's where you're doing it at. But the reality is you want to be taught to hustle smarter. And hustling smarter is basically taking yourself out of exchanging your time for money and building on a system that is actually doing all of the legwork and all of the, time management and everything for you. And you just overseeing it, pretty much just managing the system. So, hustling, it depends on how you hustle, where we could get the definition of what type of hustling you're doing. But ultimately, you want to be hustling a lot smarter. I think I might have answered your question to that. Was that something more on the
No, no, that
lines?
was that was pretty cool. That was like right on point. Kind of opened the door for something else. A lot of stuff connects with like music. I realized that we were dealing with digital products initially, and dealing with those things. Some new things have come about. And recently, you partnered with Grammy-winning producer Rockweiler on "Power of Praise." It's Volume One. And what does this project represent, and what does that kind of bring forward with the future of Resell Circle?
Well, look, you got to understand what Resell Circle is, right? It's a digital marketing place where individuals could put digital products. When you talk about, the music business and what music did, I want to say maybe 25 years ago, moving off of CDs and getting into MP3s and different digital file formats, where companies have grown. In all actuality, whether it's streaming or MP3 files, those are digital products, right? So anything that would be on a PDF, MP3 file, MP4, a zip file, anything that can be downloaded and transferred to somebody else in exchange for their money is a digital product. So music business right now for the last 20 some odd years has been a digital product. Now with the launch of Resell Circle and those who are putting digital products in place like ebooks or software templates and journals and whatnot, that was where we started. But now, I have a relationship with Rockweiler for the last, I want to say 22, maybe 23 years where we've already made millions of dollars online with MP3s in the beat industry. So the
Right.
relationship wasn't far away, but now him coming in and releasing his first gospel album, it's a great opportunity to add a different, I want to say, vertical or different lane on the platform to offer now albums. So now individuals could come with their digital products, which are albums, and put up motivational albums, meditation albums, gospel albums. I think I said motivational albums. I actually have one that me and Rock did in 2005 that I'm probably going to upload on the platform. Actually, it's part of the Legal Hustling series where I came up with a concept because my 12-year-old cousin came to me and said he wanted to sell drugs. And I was like, are you bugging out, man? So I went downstairs, I thought about it, and I came up with the Legal Hustling series, which is 3 volumes. And actually, when I met Rock, we did that over in 2005. And I'm probably going to put it on the Resell Circle platform for those to share and profit share with that as well. So that's how that came about. Rock is on the platform now, and it's an addition to the value that we have already been growing, but it just makes it even more validated for what we're doing over here at Resell Circle.
Well, a lot of times we say day ones, and we call those people that's been around from the inception. Now, the platform was already put together by the time I came. I remember when we met on TikTok, you always said, I got something for you. We chopped it up a couple of times, maybe once or twice, and then we really got to a point where things started happening and coming to life, meaning you was introducing me to Resell Circle. When I first came across the platform, there was two levels. One was a bronze level, was like an introductory level, and I'll let you explain more. And then the second level was a platinum level. Now that we have multiple levels here, my question with you is the bronze, platinum was the and beyond. What does the progress look like, and how does someone know when it's time to level up?
Well, that's different for everybody. I mean, we have a level right now, which is a guest level. And pretty much as a guest, because you said we started with two, right? We had a bronze and a platinum. And now we have four different levels. Basically, we have a guest level, a bronze level, a platinum level, and a platinum plus. So anyone could come in for free, and on the free level, they can share other people's products. They won't get any of the tools or any of the other things that all the other levels get. But even as somebody coming in, if they wanted to share any of the products, they'll get 30%. The platform rewards them that way. Now we have three other levels that allow you to sell the platform, benefit passive income wise and residual income wise, as well as see some upfront fees, excuse me, that will benefit you. So if I could just talk about those really quickly, briefly. So like I said, there's the guest level, then there's the bronze level, right? So there's a one-time fee when you come in as a bronze person, which you pay $27. Now, if you invite someone else to the platform and they become a bronze, you actually get $20 as an affiliate commission outside of that $27 that was paid. And you could do that 5 times a day, 50 times a week. You can do it as much as you want, inviting people in to pay the 27 and then they're in there. But here's what they get on the bronze level. We provide them with major tools. We provide them with a link tree. Now, if you know anything about the business and when link trees came out, they pretty much got popular because when Instagram and sites like that came out, they would only allow you to have one link in your bio. So what the somebody came up with a bright idea to say, hey, we'll give this person a link, but link them to multiple links, right? And now they have extensive link tree systems that are like $14 a month all the way up to $50 a month. So what I did was, I programmed one into our platform and give it to everyone as a bonus free when they become a bronze. So even though you pay one time as a bronze member for $27 one time, you have a tool that people are out there paying like $20 a month. So $20 a month after a year adds up, right? That's like $240 throughout the year. We give that to you for free, and we give you multiple tools. Which, if you, I believe you're going to put a link in the bio to, in your invite link. People can find out about all of the things that we give them for free on the bronze level. Now, as far as income is concerned, when you become a platinum user on the resale circle, right? This means that now not only could you make the $20 for every bronze person you sign up, but now you open the door to make residual income because as you pay $27 a month, everyone on your level who pays $27 a month that you invite, you get 40% a month from that monthly subscription. If you get more than 10 people, you get 50%. If you get more than 25 people, you're making about $16 a month at the current price because that's $27 a month. So these things, as the company gets more value and building up more and more people and more products and adding on even people like Rockwilder to bring even more validation to the platform, these monthly fees could go up. Now, there's one more level up from the platinum, which basically is the same $27 a month currently now, but you also get higher upfront fees when somebody becomes a platinum. You actually get a $175 commission. You get invited to the inner circle, which I know you call the millionaire circle, where basically I have random and private calls, and I speak to everyone talking about various things, how I made millions of dollars online, the money maybe me and Rock made, how those were done within systems, business stuff, real estate stuff, you name it. We have those discussions, but that's considered the inner circle. That's what comes on the higher level uh, um, uh, level that we have as far as the Platinum Plus. There's some other things, but there's different stages. And the reality is, whatever level you're on, that's the level you get paid on, right? So if you have a bronze, the highest level you can get paid on is a bronze. If you get to a platinum, now you can receive residuals, right? And two-tier residuals, which you can find out more about that. And then as a platinum, you can open up the door for a lot of the upfront fees and all of the different perks and tools. So it's a platform that's working now, as you see, right? You've made a couple thousand in the platform, and we've been up for 90 days. We just launched in July 1st. So that's pretty much how the levels work on Resell Circle.
Well, before I let you go, there's one last question. And this last question is, outside of money, what other benefits come with being a part of this platform? Like skill building, community, mentorship, spiritual growth, and things of that nature. Whether it's a single mom or whoever it is, what would they consider walking away from with this platform?
Well, I believe the answer is in the question because you basically ran down. So, you know, we teach, okay? I teach. We have modules up right now. We have a lot of free products that teach on sales psychology, that teach on what we're talking about, leverage, but more extensive, building systems, how to build a subscription-based business. We also have a community. So we have a lot of people right now in the community offering different skill sets and sharing those skill sets with others to help them move forward. So the community is growing, well. A lot of people, when they come in, they say it feels like a family, and I think that's very important. We connect twice a week on Zoom calls, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, and it's an open forum after I present whatever's the information of the week or what we're learning that day, and then there's a Q&A time. So in that Q&A time, if you're new, you can ask questions. On Thursday nights, we even let you present to the family members there so that before you go out into the world and talking about the opportunity or the program, you literally could get practice with people who have your best interest at hand and want to support you. And because our platform is an invite only, it doesn't mean that you are limited to the person who invited you into the system. Everyone starts where they are, and everyone with this platform could scale. What that means is there's no limit. You could grow it as much as you want. Literally, it's considered to be your own business. Okay, so it can start as a side hustle, but as you start to grow, it could, develop into some serious income. So it's a lot of benefits here, a lot, so much that we can't even share all of the benefits actually in one video. And I think that, we're going to be covering a lot of different videos and a lot of different topics, but it's a lot of benefits in this platform.
You're 100% correct. I can ask 1,000 questions, but I think that can conclude what we can do in this meeting. Again, thank you. This has been more than a pleasure and great for the opportunity to have you exclusively to be able to talk to the people. People, I don't consider you people anymore. I don't consider you followers or all these other different things that these different platforms, social media platforms call it when we start connecting. I consider you all family. And at Resell Circle, that's what we started considering ourselves a family. And with that being said, family, I will look forward to God allowing us another opportunity to grow this channel right here on YouTube. Thank you, Pastor Al, my mentor, for coming in and sharing the platform and how the platform is growing. I'm a witness. I'm not just a client. I'm not just a representative. I'm a client. I've made thousands here, and I just wanted to share with other people. If there's anything else, or there not be anything else, we can conclude somewhere in here. I don't know if it's going to be on the page directly or if it's going to be a link in the bio, but I'm asking you now to connect so that you can get in and witness just like I am and be able to grow financially, spiritually, socially, and become a part of this family. Again, Pastor Al, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Peace.
Peace.